What up, folks? I'm ultrazillatoys. Today, I have a review of the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse Part 1, Spider-Man 2099. That's right, my zillions. It's been quite a bit since I've done a Marvel Legends, but Spider-Man 2099, he has a special place in my heart. I always loved this outfit and the original story, and just to see him in this movie come in, I just had to have this figure. Now, you guys might remember when the first series of figures came out from the first movie, I was all in on them. I'm not going to be all in here, even though they do look really, really nice. For sure, I've seen most of them. I actually haven't seen Peter B. Parker and Jessica Drew, but I have seen the rest. I thought I saw all of them, but then I remembered, not him. And I saw the big cyborg Spider-Woman. Obviously, can't really see that one. It's, a closed box. But a lot of these figures look really, really, really good. I'm not going in on it. I just wanted to get this guy because he looks super, super cool. And when the SHF was revealed, I was like, you know what? I think that one looks cool, but, like, there's something very animated about the way the Marvel Legends looks more. But while it's, like, more bare bones, I was like, I feel like I have to have this. I had some points on Amazon, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put it into this because it's a new figure, brand new figure. I haven't done Marvel Legends in a while. I like the character, so I figure, you know what? Let's give this one a whirl. It came all beat up. The packaging. Luckily, I don't care about the packaging, so without any further ado, let's get to it. And here's Spidey 2099, all out of package and all posed up because, a couple of folks recently have said that I don't pose my figures enough in the reviews. It's not part of my game, really. I don't consider myself a figure photographer or a poser. It's just not like the massive part of my game, and it's not something that ultimately means a ton to me. As long as I could get them in, like, one cool pose, I'm cool, and that's what I'm gonna do. So, starting now, to accommodate those folks, you'll get a opening pose from me. How about that? Is that cool? And then the rest is on you, man. You guys gotta figure out how well your figures compose and how that means for you. You know what I'm saying? So, there ya go. So, I got this figure because, like I said, 2099, always loved. But it's not just that, it's that the way that they designed them for this movie, with the giant upper body and those small legs, is so, like, reminiscent of, like, a Rob Liefeld comic. But also, it is very cartoonish, and I just really like that idea. And I just felt like, Marvel Legends pulled that off pretty well. And this might be all I need. And I think it is. I think it's pretty well done. It's not perfect, but I think it's pretty well done. By not perfect, there's a bit of, like, looseness to it. And this is the first Marvel Legends I've picked up this year, I believe. And, I gotta say, like, I feel like, I don't know if this is something that's going on in the line, but it does feel like the plastic feels, like, gummier than it did. Like, there's something about it. I'm not 100% sure I love the feel, but yeah, it's definitely something I noted, like, right away. I was like, don't know if I like how that feels. But it's pretty cool, and, it's the pinless joints, which definitely is good. That could lend itself to, I think, pins in the figures, make it feel more tight. And less gummy because it's, like, kind of locked in better, I really do feel like some of it is on that. But the kids, they like the pinless joints, apparently. So, it is what it is. Again, proportionally, this guy is awesome. I do like that. And overall, the look is aesthetically pleasing to me. I do think it's very cool. I love the big spikes that come off, his forearm here. the paint to the plastic isn't so terrible. It's a little glossier in the paint than the plastic, but it works. I think it works fine enough. I like the fists. They look pretty good. I think they're very nicely done. The paint is, you know, pretty spot on both sides, gotta say. So that's pretty cool. Very well done there. This paint over here on both sides is in line. And then it goes up to here, and this changes. The red is the plastic now, and the blue is the paint. And, you know, here to here, it isn't the best. You know, as soon as you look at it, you can see that that's a different color. But the red to red is pretty good, so I guess you gotta compromise. Because the blue plastic that they use has almost like a purplish tinge to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not quite the same as the paint blue that they use. So, yeah, it's a little bit different. It is. Then on the chest, the big spider is looking pretty good. I do like it. Some nice sculpt work within. Now, the thing about the SHF that really stood out to me is all of that sculpt that you see here is like super standing out in the SHF. So if that's your jam, then that's your jam. You know what I'm saying? But it works well enough here. Yeah, on both sides, looks pretty good, and you see it within the paint. So it's not terrible. And then you got paint that goes up to the neck. It's a little choppy, you know what I'm saying, at the edges. I'll tell you this, I'm super zoomed in, and you see it, you know, better there, but when you zoom out, and this is more, like, real, I barely see it, guys. So, you know, there's that. You know, I wish this lined up to this. I'm not sure if it's supposed to, but I wish it did. But then this cape looks awesome. Really nice translucent plastic. I really like the sculpt. It looks so good. I love, love, love how it gradiates from the red to the clear. That is superb. Very nicely done. You got more Spidey sculpt back there. You got spider butt back here. The legs are looking all right, you know, not so bad. A little scuffy over here. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's not so bad. The bottom of the feet are painted red. Top of the feet look pretty decent. Nothing going on there, but, you know, sculpt is fine. The thing about all these figures that's awesome is all of them are unique sculpts. So that's the thing. Let me sidebar 1 second, because I just thought of this. The gummy possible plastic, which might be a cheaper plastic, I'm not stating that as fact. I'm just, you know, guessing here. Theorizing, right? Might be because it's a little cheaper, and these are all unique sculpts that most likely aren't going to be used again. So, you know, it's one of those things where you got to recoup the cost somewhere, I guess. Paint here is really nice below the knees. Like, really nice, and the sculpt is very well done. So all of it looks pretty good. And then the head sculpt, yeah, the head sculpt is good. Solid. Very, very nice. The paint is really good. You know, nothing going on in the back of the head, but paint in the front looks really good. So I gotta say, this dude, he definitely works looks-wise. You know, the only choppy paint is a little bit around here at the shoulder, you know, but it's not even that bad. Yeah, I'm digging it, guys. And for articulation, the head is on a ball joint, moves around like so. You have the ab joint that moves like that, and the waist joint that moves like this. I do dig this. This is like old school Marvel Legends, and I have no problem with it. Except when you do that, you lose the sculpt completely. You lose the paint completely. So, it's a little bit of a bummer. Hinge, swivel at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, no like butterfly joint here. And then you have a double jointed elbow, which is like ridiculously tight on mine. And I probably should heat it up before attempting this, but I won't. But there you go, that worked. Then the legs kick out only that much this way, spread that way, kick forward like that, doesn't really go back. Swivel at the thigh. You do have a double jointed knee, which it works better than the arm does for me. You have the rocker, and you have the hinge. So, you know, standard Marvel Legends here. Nothing crazy, but it'll do what you need it to do. And the only accessories that Spidey 2099 comes with is alternate open hands. And they look pretty good too. All the paint is in the proper spots. I do like these. They're good. Probably use 1 and 1 for my purposes, which I'm not even sure what my purposes is. I just wanted the figure. Sometimes you want a figure to just mess around with on your desk, you know what I'm saying? And this guy, he will. And for your size comparison, here's Spidey 2099 with a bunch of other, mostly Marvel figures from across different lines that you might have in your collection. There's a couple of the stray guys here. But also Peter B. and Prowler from that first wave of the first movie. So you can see how they kind of look together. He's the tallest of those three, and those two were rather tall. But yeah, I really like him. He's a little bit different, I feel like, than those guys as well. Even more animated, and that's what I feel like this new series looks like. I think the first series did great, but yeah, I feel like this one might be even more animation accurate. And my final thoughts, you know, this guy fills the need of both having a 2099 Spidey in the collection somewhere, and I just say somewhere because I don't know, he's gonna just end up in a box. I don't have a dedicated Marvel shelf right now, or if he's just gonna hang around my desk for a while. But I'm glad to have him in this style because I've loved the Spiderverse style, and I just thought this aesthetically just like soothed me perfectly. So you know, I think it works. I think it's pretty good. I really do like it. And there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.